Hello and welcome to this week's orgy of speculation on the VR2 channel. Shall we?
The new Steam controller is not very pretty, but we used it, and it feels amazing. It uses trackpad technology brought over from the Steam Deck, TMR magnetic sticks so you won't have to worry about stick drift, 4 back buttons, and Valve estimates it'll have about 35 hours of battery life after a full charge. As with PC gaming, you can fully customize your button mapping with any game, and even use community-built control schemes if you can't figure out what works best for you. The charging puck comes included, and also doubles as a wireless receiver. There's already a receiver built into the Steam machine, so Valve expects most users to keep the puck at their desktop, so they can easily swap between machines when using the controller. It feels great to use, and you can hear our full impressions of the controller and the new Steam machine over on our YouTube channel right now. Are you interested in picking it up?
Wow, and what a great little bit of kit. But what is it we can glean from this little short? Well, we can glean that Valve is making a great little bit of kit. But by extension, it means that surely it must be making other great bits of kit. The Steam machine is slated for release, 2026. We're here already. But the various shortages have made things difficult for everybody, and Steam has been no exception. And so a summer 2026 release date is now eyed and expected by most people in the community. The Steam Frame VR headset has also been held up. I thought it was Valve's intention to release a suite of kits, that the controller, the Steam machine, and the Steam Frame VR headset would all be released together. Bang! All new, bright and shiny. And one would have to guess, very capable. And thereby showing competitors like Xbox and Sony that there's a new sheriff in town. But getting back to the subject of this neat, complete and sweet controller, I'd like to posit a theory. And that theory is, if this controller is anything to go by, then my predictions of the Steam machine and the VR headset, the Steam frame, may in fact come true. I've said all along that despite the stats on paper being a little lackluster with regards to the Steam machine and the Steam frame, it would in fact be a very competitive thing. Valve know the market they're releasing into. They can see the competition. It was my supposition then, and still is now, that the Steam machine and the Steam frame headset would be optimized at the wazoo and provide the new users with an experience that would be unparalleled, at least for that price point. The PSVR2, my own headset of choice, is a very credible headset, and barring any other headset, and let me tell you, there are quite a few, the Steam frame has to compete with that. And for the price point, you really can't beat it. But I think Valve don't necessarily have to beat the PSVR2. It only has to be as good. If the price point is much higher, however, then it has to do something special. And it's my belief that when the Steam frame is hooked up to the Steam machine, that's when it will shine. It will do things that will make it punch far above its weight. Sure, we've had the various reviews that say, well, it's okay, it's not bad. But we've all seen the way that these companies have improved their hardware. Sony's PSSR, or as it's colloquially called in the community, PISSA technology, is a great step forward. It's really made a difference to the games. And we can only guess that Valve is constantly keeping its ear to the ground and will do whatever it can to catch up to make things better. Because what Sony did when it released the PSVR2, when it did, was steal a march on everybody else in that price range. But let's just say, for example, that the Steam frame headset isn't all that great, that it doesn't quite meet up to the heady heights, and I say that only half jokingly, to the PSVR2. What if there's a third option? And I've talked about this before. What if there's an option to hook your PSVR2 up to your Steam frame? Now, on the face of it, you would think, there's no way Steam's going to allow that. But Steam released a statement. They said very clearly, it's your PC. Do what you want with it. The controller, where we started this little conversation, is usable with a PC. Steam seems very happy to let their kit talk to other kit. It's your controller. Do what you want with it. Is it possible that in the future some wonderful technical creativity will happen and allow the PSVR2 to be hooked up to the Steam machine? What about the big screen beyond? Would that also be allowed to be hooked up to the Steam machine also, as well as a host of other headsets? Can you imagine having a Meta Quest hooked up to a Steam machine? I mean, why not? If everything can be an Xbox, why can't every headset be a Steam frame? And this is where I think Valve is going with its Steam machine, Steam frame, and controller offering. It's going to build bridges. It will speak to anything at any time, thereby bringing peripheral technology into the Steam frame's ecosystem. Say what you want with regards to the stats and figures re the Steam machine and the Steam frame and its potential lackluster performance. But if Valve have indeed developed a universal system that allows all their kits to talk to and plug into anything at any time, and they can bring it in at a good price point, then it's quite possible that they will have done the impossible and out of nowhere become the new hotness. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Do like, subscribe, and share. It really would help the channel. And until next time, bye-bye.